Hey, back again. I wanted to make a little video just talking about a little update on the hurricane situation. If you haven't been watching my channel, I had my lips done and they are very swollen and sore right now, so don't look. But anyhow, I can't wait to see them in a couple of days. When all the swelling and bruising is gone, it's going to look so nice. Having a hard time talking because it's a mess. Anyway, I'm really happy that people are taking this evacuation seriously. At one point, this thing is going to hit, and it's going to hit fucking hard. Sorry about the language, but there's no easy way to talk about how this hurricane's going to hit. It is a Category 5 hurricane, and you're talking about basically total devastation. 99.9% of buildings are not made to withstand 185 mile an hour sustained winds. That is like go out and drive 185 miles an hour and stick your head out the window. Of course, none of us drive that fast. Go drive 80 miles an hour and try to hold your head up out the window. It doesn't work. Even your hand. You ever do it when you were a kid? Do the little wavy thing. This is going to be a serious storm. My husband, he takes everything very lightly. God bless him. I love him to death, but he's from, he lived out west in Las Vegas, and he's lived in other places, and he's comparing it to a tornado, which you can't. A tornado comes down, it hits, it goes along, and then it boom, gone, done. Most of the time, if there's a little rain with it, or there might be a little hail with it, but you don't get like 5 to 12 to even 24 hours of wind and rain and just craziness. So, but it's not going to be fun. I am very worried about it. We have got 2 cats, 2 dogs, and 3 birds. So evacuating is basically not on the table for us. There is no way in hell. For one, if we do get them all out of here, which we could do because we have 2 vehicles. We have 3 vehicles, though. And we have access to a trailer. We have access to pretty much anything we could possibly want to use. He's got a wonderful boss. I mean, this guy, borderline sainthood, with the way he treats my family. And, I'm just worried. I'm really worried. But there's nothing we can really do other than just prepare the best you can. I was in Hurricane Andrew, and it's just a matter of trying to put the best possible barrier between you and the storm. That's all I can say. Most secure, you need to make yourself as secure as possible, and a lot of praying. But I'm really glad to see these people are actually evacuating the Keys. If you've not been to the Florida Keys, when you drive down to the Keys and you go, there's numerous keys, but when you go on to one of the keys, most of the keys, there's a road, and you see this way is water, and you see this way is water. That's it. There's not a whole lot to them, which is concerning because the best thing for a hurricane is to hit land, get it off of that warm water. Now, it is very controversial. People talk about global warming. Now, no matter what the case, what you feel about that, the oceans are warmer than they've ever been. As far as we know. You know, they are warmer than they've ever been. Now, once this hurricane hits into that warmer water of the down around the Keys, and once it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, that's when the scary stuff starts happening. That's when it really can start to build up speed. It can build up, you know, the pressure will drop. When they talk about the pressures, that's barometric pressure. I can't say that word. That's the pressure. Now, as the pressure drops, these storms get stronger. You usually see storms around 950, 960, in the higher 900s. This storm, at the last I heard, was 916. It's damn near 900 millibars. That is a very low pressure. That is why, if you've ever watched hurricanes and you listen to what they say as a hurricane's approaching, they tell people, women that are pregnant, if you are within basically 4 months of giving birth, you should most likely be very close to a hospital. If you are within 2 months of giving birth, they like you to go to the hospital to try to wait out the storm at the hospital, if possible. Because that pressure really affects our bodies. One of the things you'll notice if you're in a storm is your ears. It's almost like your ears will pop like being in a plane. And that's because that pressure drops. If you ever went in the pool and you go down to the bottom and your ears kind of, you feel that pressure in your ears, that's exactly what it is. But so, there's a lot of factors that are really just kind of feeding the storm. It's already a Category 5, and it hasn't even hit the warmest water. That's pretty freaking scary. You know, that's basically saying that it's not done. It's not done. You know, the hurricane category, the Stafford-Simpson, the scale that they rate hurricanes on used to only go up to a Category 4. Now, after Hurricane Andrew, they made a whole new category, Category 5. I have a feeling that this hurricane that we are getting ready to see now is going to cause them to make a Category 6, because I have a feeling 5 is going to be a very, very low number for this thing. It's crazy. But, you know, I'm not a weather person. I don't know about all this stuff. I just know that, you know, there was a big joke about what did the palm tree say? What did the hurricane say to the palm tree? You better grab your nuts and hold on, because this is going to be one hell of a blow. That was a big joke before. Any, you know, Florida people, we're a little funny when it comes to, you have to make light of it, you know. I'm actually on the Florida Turnpike right now, heading north, almost into Orlando. I drove down to South Florida, well, South Central Florida, and, South Florida. I drove down to South Florida, and I'm driving back, and it's just amazing. It's been stop and go for the last 50 miles that I've been driving, and it's not letting up. It's still pretty backed up. Now, the good thing is you're not seeing a whole lot of people on the other side. You are seeing quite a few, though. But, you know, people here are still treating it like normal. You know, kids are going to school, people are going to work. You know, people are trying to protect their house and, you know, prepare stuff, clean up the yards and stuff, getting ready for this thing, you know, when they come home from work. They have already went and lowered the big street lights on the turnpike. The tolls are now open. They've suspended all toll collecting, so you don't have to pay tolls, thank God, because tolls in Florida are ridiculous, especially in Orlando. I really wish they were out here cleaning up some of this crap on the side of the road. There's a lot of construction around Orlando, and the sad thing is all that crap becomes projectiles. You know, especially the caliber of storm we're talking about. I don't think it's going to matter what you pick up. It's buildings are just not made to withstand this kind of wind and whatnot. Hopefully we won't get a lot of rain from it. That's the one thing that was good about Andrew. We didn't get a lot of rain from it, but as you see, like, just Houston just went through. The storm isn't always the biggest problem. A lot of the things come after the storm. You know, dealing with the damage, dealing with the flooding, dealing with, you know, a lot of the sewage systems and stuff have backed up. You got to be so careful because you go out and walk through the water and you're basically walking through sewage. They are out here. They are out here picking things up and cleaning up this along the turnpike. I'm very glad to see that. I was worried. But I don't live that close to the highway, but there are a lot of houses that are on either side of the turnpike, all the way down south and all the way up to north central Florida, the northern part of central Florida, North Florida. And well, I don't even know what they plan on doing with all this stuff. It's crazy. They're just packing it up. But anyway, guys, sorry it was such a long video. I just wanted to kind of, you know, give you a heads up. A lot of you people are not anywhere near the coast where these things happen, and be very thankful that you're not. I will post videos periodically, hopefully up until and through the storm. But, you know, keep Florida in your prayers, guys, and the surrounding area, because we don't know what's going to happen. But have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye.